Hello again, everyone. This is American Idioms, part 125. This is part 125 in my American Idioms series, and like the others, I'll present 5 idioms to you numbered 621 to 625. But first, I'll give you a chance to guess their meanings. Then I'll give you the answers along with an additional example for each new idiom. I also recommend that you pause the video at each question to give yourself some extra time to think of the answers. So, are you ready? Okay, here we go. Number 621, an uphill battle. And the example is, I've been smoking for over 20 years, so quitting this bad habit will be an uphill battle for me. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer here is B, something that is very difficult to do, like climbing a hill or going up a hill, right? It's very difficult. Like in our example, this person smoked for 20 years, and now he or she is trying to quit, and it's an uphill battle. It's very difficult. Here's another example. The president faces an uphill battle if he wants to be re-elected because his competition is very popular with young voters. All right, so the president here wants to get re-elected, but this competition that he has is very popular with young voters, which is going to be an uphill battle for him. It's going to be very difficult for him. Got it? All right, and now for number 622, a hard nut to crack. And the example is, getting straight A's in school is a hard nut to crack for some people, but my son has done it for the past 3 years. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer here is C, a person, thing, situation, or problem that is particularly difficult to deal with. Like getting straight A's in school, okay? You could even say it's an uphill battle, remember from the last example, okay? But a hard nut to crack is similar. It's difficult to deal with and to solve, okay? If you have something that's a hard nut to crack, okay? Like getting straight A's. Here's another example. We spent too much money this month, so finding enough money to pay our expenses, especially our rent, will be a tough nut to crack. All right, so what are they trying to do here? They spent too much money, now it's going to be very difficult, right, to solve this problem or to deal with this problem. So it's a tough nut to crack. Got it? Now for number 623, at the outset. And the example is, at the outset of our vacation, I warned my brother about going to that casino, but he didn't listen to me and lost most of his money there in just a few hours. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer here is B, at the beginning. That's what at the outset means, right? You kind of like you go out. You're beginning something. Like in our example, they're talking about in the beginning of their vacation. This person warned their brother about gambling, right? At the outset, right from the start. Here's another example. At the outset of her career as a journalist, she was very optimistic about her future. But after only 2 years, she now wants to do something else. So, in the beginning of her career, at the outset, she wanted to be a journalist, and then she was a journalist for 2 years, and now she changes her mind now, right? I don't like it. She wants to do something else. Okay? Now for number 624. Out of the blue. And the example is, we were shocked when, out of the blue, our CEO resigned yesterday. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer here is C. Something happens unexpectedly. That's what it means if something happens, or let's say something comes from out of the blue, as we say. It comes from almost nowhere. You don't expect it. Like in our example, they're talking about how this CEO resigned out of the blue. They weren't expecting it to happen, but it did. It came out of the blue, as we say. Here's another example. I thought our son loved living in our little town, but out of the blue, he told us that next week he was moving to New York City. Okay, so unexpectedly, this person's son broke the news about moving to New York City. Okay, they didn't know about it, but we also use from out of nowhere. Okay, it's very similar to out of the blue. It means something that happens unexpectedly. Like this news that this person broke to his parents. All right, now for the final idiom, number 625. State of affairs. And the example is, after the audit, we found out that the financial state of affairs of our company were not as robust as we had thought. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer here is A, a current situation or set of conditions. That's what it means by the state of affairs of something. Like in this case, they are talking about the financial state of affairs of the company, right? They had thought that they maybe were good, they were robust, but after they did the audit, they found out that they were not as good as they thought. So that is their current situation, okay, that they have to deal with. Here's another example. Ever since my uncle got sick, it's been a sad state of affairs every time I visit him at his home. All right, so what are the conditions at this person's home or at his uncle's home? They're very sad because his uncle is sick. That is the current situation at his uncle's home. Got it? That's all for this video. Thanks again for subscribing, and please like and share the video to support the channel. And I know that at times learning idioms can be an uphill battle, so you better keep practicing. See you next time.